Hello, my little esoterics.
Yes, good morning indeed. It's another glove video. Follow-up of my Handroid pods that I made God knows how long ago. I did update it. Anyway, I'm bored. I felt like making a video, so I thought I'd do one of my gloves. So, these are the original Handroid pods that I bought 3 years ago anyway. They've done between 6,000 and 7,000 kilometres. It's approximate, no more than 7,000 kilometres. But the fingers went through, and the first time it happened, I repaired it. It was this finger on the left hand, so it just went through at the end. So I cut the tip off of another leather finger. Where's the camera? There it is. I cut the tip off of another glove, a leather glove, and stuffed it up inside and used shoe glue, that impact adhesive, to secure it in place, and worked perfectly. You can barely even tell. I mean, you can't, even looking at it closely. If you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't know that was a repair. Anyway, then that finger went on the right hand. So I did the same, but it didn't work out. The insert was a little bit too snug on my finger and just ended up getting rammed in. So I yanked it out while I was riding. And then, coincidentally noticed, on the left hand, that finger had gone. And then I also spotted that the palm had gone. And the thumb as well. This all seems to have happened kind of suddenly in the space of a couple of rides. But yeah, Mark IV, no more than 7,000 kilometres. I saw a guy, I was looking through glove reviews and shit, and some guy had said he'd had his old Handroid pods for 10 years. And I was kind of like, how did he get 10 years out of them? And then of course, it's all down to how many miles he's ridden with them in that 10 years. So I have no idea what the longevity of these gloves is supposed to be in terms of mileage ridden with them, because it's irrelevant the years, it's how many miles you've done. So anyway, just so you know, Mark IV pods, between 6,000 and 7,000 kilometres. So I don't know if this is normal, this wear, them going through. However, something I noticed, I ordered a new pair. Just for interest's sake, I've got the original, the Mark IV ones with the gauntlets that I've barely ever, hardly used. You can tell from the muckiness that they've barely been used. And these actually, they still hurt because they're not fully broken in. Which leads me, now this is what I was going to be confused about, and I just noticed on the ones with the gauntlets, I got L, I got large. So both of these, the Mark IV with gauntlets and the pods with no gauntlets, when I got these, they hurt the fuck out of my fingertips inside. They were, I mean, obviously I could get them on, but they were tight. And everyone was like, yeah, they'll break in, they'll be fine. And yeah, they did. These did break in and they did become very comfortable. But quite clearly, size L was a size too small. I'm saying all this because I've ordered the new ones, the Mark Vs, and I didn't know what the size of these ones was. I was actually like, were they extra large or were they 2XL? I had no idea that they were just an L. Also, I've got the same size in the gauntleted ones and the non-gauntleted ones. So I'm thinking maybe because these were on the limit of tightness for the size of my hands, that it stressed the leather and made it fail sooner than it otherwise would have done. And it makes sense. I mean, they're tight, well, they're snug, they're comfortable, but I've worn the fuck out of them, so they should be. But I think they've been under stress the whole time. They're slightly on the small side, and I was stressing the leather. So, if we accept that as the likely explanation as to why these have popped all over the place, is because they were slightly too small, then one can't criticise the quality or the longevity thereof, because they were stressed. These ones I ordered extra large. I was actually trying to get 2XL, thinking that these ones were already XL. I'm so glad they didn't have them in stock. And I got these off of Japan Amazon, and like a couple of months ago there were none. Now there's one company that's got a whole bunch of them, but they only went up to XL. So anyway, these came yesterday. I put them on, and it was like oh my fucking god, they're so comfortable. There's no pressure points, there's no pain, there's no stress. I mean, I've not ridden with them yet, but I've been wearing them for a couple of hours to break them in, as much as they need breaking in, which is they don't. But they're soft and gentle and comfortable and a perfect fit. But you can tell the difference between, I mean, you know, there's always variation in sizes of garments. I just accidentally turned it off, have I? So I thought, maybe they're just made slightly, these ones were made slightly bigger than the last ones I had. But no, these are a size bigger. And God, what a difference. They go on real easy, but not so easy as to be like too loose. They're just super, super comfortable. And they kind of feel like, they feel bigger, chunkier. But maybe that's because they're still new and the leather hasn't all kind of started to settle down. But anyway, I will get back with an update probably in 5 years, depending how many kilometres I put on my bike, and let you know how these things have worn, getting up to 7,000 kilometres. These might actually outlive me. I might actually die of old age before I need another pair of gloves. These have always been the backups, but because they're so brightly coloured and they're long, and I don't ride my bike in the winter here. There's just no point. It's no fun. It's dangerous. And in the summer, it's so freaking hot, and I'm so freaking stupid that I do ride 30 kilometres into town for a night out, and then 30 kilometres back at 2 o'clock in the morning when it's still nearly 30 degrees temperature, wearing nothing more than a pair of jeans and a white vest and my gloves. And as you all know from experience, if you come off a bike a few times, these get the most action in and off. You're sliding down the road trying to slow yourself down, and it's your hands, unless you're tumbling or you just for some reason are completely out of control and you're sliding on every part of your body, which to be fair has happened to me as well. But gloves are important. If you can, you get your hands down and you try and slow yourself down. I remember distinctly sliding down the road once and both of my hands flat on the tarmac, trying to slow myself down and stop before I hit something hard. So these are super, super important. Regardless of your leather jacket or whatever else you're wearing, always have a good pair of gloves, because these are going to be doing a lot of work in a crash. And if you're wearing a vest, yeah, you're going to get chopped up, but important. So I love these old ones. I mean, I love them to death. It's just awesome gloves. So much armour on them, and these pads on the palms, the scaffold in the other one, with the impact armour underneath the plastic shell. Fortunately, I've never not had the opportunity to test them. I don't want the opportunity. But yeah, whatever you think your hand size is, the measurement on Knox's own website for measuring the size of glove you want, I used the ruler and I measured myself exactly from the line that's shown in the picture, exactly to the fingertip, and I was like, yeah, I need XL. And I'm thinking, well, I bought XL last time and they were really, really tight and they hurt. I didn't. I bought large. I went smaller. I know what I would have been thinking at the time. I went smaller thinking they'll break in and they'll stretch slightly, so they may be tight to begin with, but they will become fit like a glove. But by sheer chance, I've got XL this time, and obviously because they're not tight, they're not going to stretch, but they don't need breaking in. These feel so fucking comfortable. If only I'd got XL the first time, I wouldn't have gone through the pain of these, because they were seriously painful, to the point I was close to giving up on them. And these ones still are. I mean, I'm never going to use these again. I should sell them really, I guess, and they're practically brand new. They've had a bit of use, but barely marked, and definitely not fully broken in. So yeah, for what it's worth, use their measuring tool on their website and follow it faithfully, and don't be tempted to get one size up from what you think are your correct measurements, because I've ordered exactly what the measurement says I should have ordered, and they are perfect. Yeah, so thanks for watching and listening. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.